We'll do it live. No. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. The thing sucks. We'll do it live. No. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. The thing sucks.
Well, hello everybody. It's been one hell of a weekend. 2 days back to back of diving. I only do one dive. All my buddies all do two. And today was a very special day to me. I got to see one of my buddies. This was a great day. One of my buddies is a hardworking man, young, 3 kids under 9, that kind of thing, all girls. Got to sneak away. It's a 5-hour drive each way for him, maybe 2.5, doing stuff right. He got to come down and play. He got up at 3:30, and he went home with, you know what he went home with? He went home with halibut, and I'm going to show that part of it. I'm also going to show you a 15-year-old boy, just got certified, and his dad took him out and let him dive. He got his first halibut, and hats off. That is, you'll see the whole thing. Oh, there it is. It's already up there. I thought I was going to have to play something else. So what I will do here, do me a favor, share me out, sure. Let people know this is about to happen. You're about to see the greatest day of diving for anybody, for narcissists, for non-narcissists, for dads that are just want to bond with their kids when they're 15 and their kids are just want to be with their friends. Not this boy today. He became a man. It's not even a boy anymore. He even wore the 2 chains for a picture. You'll see it. So my uncle's spirit's flowing through me like a motherfucker. Here we go. Let me bring it up, and then we will discuss it. I barely got it in. Let's see. Dive. Boom. Okay. Saturday dive, which is going to lead into my Sunday. Now, there's going to be a Quentin Tarantino type situation here, okay? And 100% sustainability before you guys go crazy. I cannot... Is anybody on Facebook? Because if there is, can you just leave a comment so I know I can see comments from Facebook? Here we go. Saturday dive, which is going to lead into my Sunday dive, which was one of the greatest days of my life. Find this lead ball. Martin, this is a show that it's all about. You know how Dave always says it's about the kids? Well, we got a 15-year-old that got his mask knocked off underwater, got his ray knocked out, found the halibut himself, shot it, and and his dad let him experience this. I don't got video underwater because I don't dive with a father or son unless they ask me to. That's his boy. But I get to see the aftermath, and it'll bring a tear to any grown man. It'll make everybody weak in the knees. Here we go. Ball. That's okay. That ball right there has been down there. Everybody is trying to get it. It is about a $80 ball. It's a lead ball that some guy with a downrigger was doing the sand for halibut, and boom, got caught on the reef. Worth over $80. Tell myself I'll be back Sunday to get it. That was my one dive yesterday. Terrible viz. I'm cold. It's Groundhog Day. All my buddies are getting halibut. I'm not even seeing them. I'm supposed to be this great master halibut guy. And guess what? It's not about that. Today wasn't even about that for me either. I got skunked again today. Me and my buddy Tom, we are the best. And the guys that, well, Zach, let's just mention him. It's coming up. He only gets to get down here. This is his first time down for halibut season, and halibut are scarce. Here we go. Let me just shut up and let you watch it, and then we'll watch it back, and I'll commentate. Run into my boys, and I'll be talking about them tomorrow. Now, because I do this 5 days a week doesn't mean that I'm bored of it, but I'm proud when people get halibut, even though I never saw one that day or even today. Sure, that's not the sign of a narcissist, but this sure is asking where my own boat is. from a guy that I taught how to spearfish, and I'm so proud. By the way, these things will attack you anytime they get a chance to.
You got one? Jeff has one. Yeah. They both have one. One's kind of small.
Listen to my attitude.
Oh, one's pretty nice. I just ran into those jokers. I couldn't see anything down there. It's cold.
Got my lings today. 2 nice lings. I'm gonna use the meat for fish tacos. But oh, and here's one of those bugs Dave and dude were talking about right there out of its gills. Put that on your fishing line, send it down, see what you catch, I guess. 100% sustainability. And I'm gonna smoke these and make dog treats.
Disgusting.
And here it is. I didn't even know what a fog bow was. My buddies explained it to me. That's a fog bow, and I didn't even think it would show up. And then when my buddy Zach started taking pictures, he goes, "You can really see the fog bow." I'm like, what the hell's a fog bow? What the fuck is a fog bow? One of my greatest days. Okay, so we got this thing called a fog bow, right? Fog bow. That's it behind me. Look at it. I invented it. And here is the hero of the day. There he is. A little nervous smile, but he gets to go diving with his dad on a Saturday, guys. He's 15 years old. We don't know what's going to play out. I didn't. Halibut weren't there. I could have sworn nobody was going to get halibut, but that's the narcissist in me, I guess. Nate. 1. Okay. Now his dad's getting ready. This is not a beginning dive site. This is where great whites are. This is where when you shoot a fish, the great whites will come and approach you sometime. This is where a lot of people go to try, and I found your mask and snorkel. I also found the fish that you decapitated, but is swimming around there without it, right? Go with somebody that knows what they're doing first. This man that I met is a Ukraine man, and I met him over the years lobster diving. And he actually outdid me one year when I had a 12.5 pound. I won. And he took my money in the biggest lobster. And I was proud to give it to him. My buddy Josh helped him. It's a dive community thing, kids. What did you say? Yes. And this memory, his dad texted me. And his dad's been trying to get him to do this all summer long, but he's 15. He wants to go hang out with his friends on a Saturday night, not get up at 7 in the morning and go. Well, after this, he'll probably want to get up every morning at like 5:30. Are you ready? Don't grab anything. Now, that's my buddy Dan. He's an instructor. His dad's still getting ready. When you're a dad at this stage, I've been there. I had my beautiful daughter, Emily, that doesn't talk to me anymore, but okay. It's a different kind of diving when you dive with your kids, especially when they first start out. And he's getting his gear ready. He's getting his son's gear ready. His son, hey, Emily, that's your BCD. There it is, being put to good use. Here we go. All right. Hang on. Let's just wait for his dad to be ready. 2, 3. Go get him, Junior. There's his dad right there. This is what living. Look at that shot. You can't take that away from that father and son. You can't take that moment away. I don't care who you are. I don't care where we go in life. I don't care if that kid stops talking to his dad. That kid will remember what that dad did for him this day. And he's a good dad. He's not like me. He takes his time and explains things. But he's also like me in a way that he's letting his kid go down there and do that. That's something rare in this day and age. You guys all want to wrap your kids in bubbles and tell them everything's great and tell them they're first place winners. Here's a trophy. That's a winner right there in my book. That right there gives me hope for the future. Because right now what's going on in the world, what you see on the videos and stuff, I can't wait to get off this earth fast enough. I still got to have days like this, though, so I'm hanging in there. It's all about experiencing this with your kids. They are up. I didn't go down on that dive. I let them go down. Tell me the visibility. Yesterday, the visibility sucked. I was hoping it didn't suck today. These were special people to me. And here they come up. Now, that's the son in the with the yellow hose and the green head. That's his dad. Safety stop like I've never seen. Teaching him the right way. And he has a fish on him. He has a trophy Capizon, people. Everybody commented today. If you're not following me on Facebook, that's where I put most of my stuff. Everybody commented today that nice little wing. That's not a little wing. That's a goddamn trophy Capizon, which everybody would be proud of. A 10-pound Capizon this kid shoots. Now, I didn't have any faith that he would get a halibut today, and I'm not going to say he did or didn't. We're just going to have to watch and find out. But I will tell you, he did get it. And there's a smile on this motherfucker's face that you can't wipe off ever. That ear to ear. He even wore my goddamn chains today in pictures.
Hey, boys.
Look what his dad does. He's copying his dad. His dad's making sure he's following him. Now watch, he'll go his way, but yes, great eating, Martin. Great eating. Okay. Okay. So just watch the. I'm watching because I've been a dad. I've been in this situation. Just watch what the kid does. He's just had the dive of his life, right? I think it would be a boring dive, right? You just got a little baby Capizon. No, you got a trophy Capizon. Yeah, I do this every day. I forget how special it is when you have your kids involved because my daughter doesn't dive with me anymore. We had a fun dive career, and I guess I'm a narcissist, so it's bad for her to get in the water or something. Can't figure it out. I can't figure out stupid. But watch the kid and how he reacts. He looks at his dad and starts kicking his dad's way.
I don't see any halibut.
There he goes, following dad. I didn't see any halibut. So I'm like, maybe they just had a good dive. At least he survived.
Welcome back, buddy. How was it?
Good, I shot something.
Would you?
Good, I shot something. Now I know some of you are turning it off and saying, oh my God, he killed something. He's 100% sustainability on this. He's feeding his mom, his sister, his dad. His dad's proud. They're making moments. This kid will know if they turn off his phones and Uber Eats doesn't come to his house. You can go in the ocean and get your food.
You shoot.
Seriously.
Fuck yeah. Way to go, homie. Give me some knuckles. What's up?
Oh, shit. He shot the Capizon.
Oh, God.
He shot a Capizon.
That's a nice cap. Look at the tongue on that. Let's eat that tongue. That's a nice cat. Look at how fat its belly is. We'll see what's in there.
That was from his knee to his to the bottom of his foot, and it was dragging on the ground. That's a nice Capizon. That is not a lingcod.
Let him go up front, go all the way up front, and go over to the starboard side.
Listen to me. I sound like I really know how to run a boat. Starboard, port. That kid doesn't know. Maybe he does. I just learned last month what starboard and port was. I know port's left because it has 4 words in it, and so does port. Letters. Sorry, words. That's my dyslexia kicking in. I learned it, and now I pretend like I know what I've been talking about forever. Kids like, oh, I know port and starboard. And here it is, a 10-pound Capizon. I believe that smile says it all on both of them. Well, I mean, look at the kid's smile. He's not a kid, he's a man. He killed his first halibut today. Besides this, spoiler alert, okay, I did it. Dad and son. Now let's not take away. Okay. Now this guy right here, young Brent, right? Been through a divorce, has a previous child with another baby mama. I don't know if there's drama. I don't care. I don't ask those kind of things. I was there when he met his new girlfriend. They came down. He went on a dive. I met her in the parking lot of Safeway. And then I watched their relationship grow on Facebook. You know, I taught him how to spearfish. Came and said he's from my buddy's shop up in Auburn. So Doug calls me and says, hey, I got a guy that wants to spearfish. Can you come down and spearfish? I said, oh, pardon the brewery. Compliments to the brewery. Sorry. I said, hey, Doug, is this guy going to shoot me in the back type thing? You know, is he good enough to? He's like, listen, he's one of my top students. The instructors will be straight up with me because they know this is dangerous. They know this is an element of diving that you just don't do once you get certified. But I did. I waited, I think, 2 dives. Screw that. I'm starting to kill things. 100% sustainability. When I was a young pup like this guy, he jumped off the front of the boat when it was in the parking lot, and both me and my buddy Dan's knees just buckled. It wasn't us jumping off, but we know what it's going to do to him when he's older. Could try telling him, but he's just like us. He's not going to listen. And we buckled. Honestly, I looked at Dan. I'm like, oh my God, did you see that? He goes, yeah. It's going to hurt him in about 20 years. Anyway, that gun right there, he's proud of it. He had a custom made. Because why? He was on his honeymoon. He decided to come to Monterey with his wife. Called me up and said, hey, I want to go halibut hunting. I'm like, really? Let's go. This is like 5 years later, 4 years later. I don't know. Time is gone. It's when my daughter was talking to me is when I met him, and he got to meet her, and everything was cool. He's got 3 young daughters under 9 now. He gets up at 3:30 in the morning just to come diving. He's still processing. He goes home. He can't start working on the fish until after they go to sleep. Hopefully he has it on right now. And thank you. Hopefully he has it on right now. But if he doesn't, man, the guy has to get up at 5 o'clock tomorrow. He drives 2.5 hours to work, building hospitals, contractor or something. I don't know. Listen, great guy, great family guy. Comes home from after driving 2.5 hour commute, has to hang out with the kids. Not has to, wants to. But he needed this day, and his wife said, "Hey, here's a hall pass, honey." And she follows me on Facebook, and he called to brag about getting her a halibut, or the family a halibut, and she goes, "I already know. Your fucking maniac friend has posted it on social media." Yeah, listen, this is my life. This is what I do. There's no charging here. This is just a bromance that has happened for years. I've seen the guy get married. I didn't go to his wedding. I just watched it. I watched him have kids. I watched him take his little girls and teach them about rifle safety. He's got one daughter that's just a water dog. And then he's got another daughter that's probably not into it. But he's going to be in the same position as this 15-year-old kid today. It doesn't matter if it's a daughter or a son. Mine was a daughter. My daughter's dominant. She's a dumb dominant, but she's dominant, I guess. I mean, I don't know if she's dominant. A dominant person wouldn't take grandpa's money to not talk to her dad just because her mommy's feelings got hurt. Oh, boo-hoo, my dad didn't want to be with my mommy. You were 2 years old, Emily. You took it on in your 20s. That you might want to look at where your skew is. There is a narcissist that your parents. It's not me. I'm the crazy parent. I'm the fun parent. I'm the parent that would protect you no matter what. I'm the parent that uplifted you. You want to paint a different picture? You better start making videos, little girl, because I got these same videos right here with you. Don't worry. I'll put them back to back. It's all coming together. Here we go. This guy's dominant is all I'm saying. Went down there. Away from the family, man, that got up at 3:30.
We got happy bubbles. Wonder if they got a halibut.
Happy bubbles are bubbles that are in one place. If you're looking for halibut, your bubbles are traveling. You get blip, 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 blip. Even if the father, son, I know where they're at because I can follow them on the top of the water because I know what I'm looking at. Now, could be death bubbles too, because if you're panicking, that's what it looks like. If you shoot a halibut, that's what it looks like. I go with the side of fun until I have to put on my tanks and go retrieve a body, which I've never had to do with my friends. Okay? These are happy bubbles. This is a halibut being shot. All right, what do we got here? I see it. That's a nice one. Notice the carabiner hanging way below him in the water. She's got 3 daughters and a wife to go back home to, and a mom and dad, and da-da-da-da. He's not crazy. He just needed a day to go provide for his family.
Holy shit, that's a good one. Here, let me grab it. Got it. Come on up here, champion. Look at that. That's a beauty, boys. Let me see. Did he limit out? Dude,
that was his first one. This is his second one. Second dive. I didn't get any on my dive. I didn't even see one.
Zach's still limit out. Ah, he did. Nice. Bring her aboard. Oh, not another nice. That's a male. It's all skinny. Nice, though. That one's been shot before.
Uh-oh. How do we know? I've experienced this before. That's a previous shot through the head, and the halibut survives and grows it back. They're built that way.
Oh no! No, that's
Where I draw the red circle, that was from about a month ago. I don't know who shot it. Could have been me. I don't lose them, so it wasn't me, but it could have been. Um, the the hole right above it is the fresh one, and that's what. And he also stabbed it a couple times. He said, but that old one down below, it's all gangreeny looking.
that's old. Yeah. That's old right there. Let's see its top side. Okay, I know you've been shot before. Let me look.
I'm talking to the fish. Yes.
Yeah, right. That's growing back. You motherfucker.
Oh yeah, it's behind it.
Martin, I was trying to go get that $80 lead ball to make more bullet weights. Everybody's been asking about my bullet weights, and they love the 50 cal look on their weight belts. The guys that wear weight belts. Some people are into integrated weights, and that is completely fine. I'm not an integrated weight person. Why? I take my BCD off to climb into caves for lobster. Lobster season's almost here. I had a little post on my thing. James from Sea Landing down there in Santa Barbara, when you get on the boat, the Vision for the openers, he runs the shop up above. You can rent if you're flying in. Like if Steven, if you were flying in, you would fly into Santa Barbara, take an Uber over there. He would have all the equipment that you didn't bring. So you can bring your BCD and all your good stuff, and then weights and stuff like that that weigh a shit ton. You just rent from his shop. Fins, if you forgot your fins, if you get there and you're like, oh my God, I don't have my knife, or da 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 da. He's got it. He also does an opener on November 1st with they go over to Anacapa and open up for 2 months. It's an MPA that you can't even take motorboat in, but for 2 months you can go in, you can hunt lobster. So I will be throwing all that information up this week. We're going to be going over lobster. I'm over halibut. I've lost the zen for it. I have 100 more pounds. I might make it. I might not. I don't care. It's for the year, right? And I can go get a halibut during lobster opener. I just have to go grab my 7, and then I can dive for halibut out at the islands. I know where they're at. I can go get 5 a day out there. So I'm not really worried about my halibut 100-pound count. And if I don't make it, I don't give a fuck. 900 pounds is a lot of halibut for a season. Just saying. But none of the professionals, as I call them, got halibut today. I went to go get my ball, and I ran into a new area that I've never seen before. And it was mysterious and gross at the same time. And I have video of it. So I'll show it during the week. I'm going to get back into I just haven't had time, man. I get home. You're going to see what happened yesterday. I was going to go live yesterday. Look what happened.
His cheek there.
The what?
Behind his cheek, it looks like that rip. Looks kind of old.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you go to the other side,
Yeah,
it's healing itself. That's it, right there.
Yeah, no kidding.
Somebody shot this before.
Somebody shot it before.
Oh, let's see
Okay.
the triumph. This guy came, got up.
Okay. This was this guy's second dive. He limited out. He gave it all out on the football field, or however you want to talk about it. That's my buddy Tom. He's a professional. He's taught me how to get a halibut, and he is a halibut god. He's 70 years old, and he goes in and performs all summer long with me. And then in the lobster season, he's got the biggest lobster of the Bug Brothers, my prize group last year. And he even had Bell palsy last year. And somebody even made a thing when he threw the 14-pound lobster back in after he took pictures with it and said, does that guy have a stroke? No, he had Bell palsy, and he still went out there. I don't even think the doctor cleared him. He's living life. That guy's a champion right there in my brain.
At 3:30, he's a dad of 3 daughters.
I'm talking about Zach down there. This is me just running my mouth. This guy has to tell me to shut up for a second, but he says it politely.
Young kids. What does he do?
Yes, Trent. Here we go, baby. Here we go. Let me take my hat off. I'm getting hot. It must be ball blazing hot where you're at. Or are you in a beautiful place? I mean, your house is beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It's just hot.
provides. He's a provider.
This guy is into hunting elk and everything like you, Trent. He has to take a step down because he has 3 kids, but he was doing what you were doing on your level of that kind of stuff. Alaska, the bears. He's a ginger like you. I have different ginger friends. I don't know if we're allowed to call you guys gingers. Salt of the earth. I need you guys to meet. He lives. He's just a great guy. I know you guys would really connect. I'm not playing like a romance connection, but I just think you guys would click, and maybe you wouldn't. I don't know. Okay. Well, Trent's first year on the Bug Brothers this year. Let's give him a hand. It's all coming together. Bug Brothers is going to be off the hook. Off the hook. And we don't fish. We grab lobsters. And I've trained Trent how to become a monster beast. And hopefully, if he gets his name on that plaque, I get my name on that plaque. That's how I look at it. Anybody and everybody that I'm connected with is just family to me. That's a narcissist in me. I don't want people to win. I want to be number one. Sure, I want to be number one. I want my name to be on that motherfucking plaque. But if it's not, I want my fucking... I can't even tell you what's about to happen. It's going to make me cry, probably. I'm not going to cry. I'm a real man, but it's not my kid. I cried when my daughter did it. Sure, I did. Didn't let her see it.
Come on up here.
I'm trying. I got a lot going on.
Okay.
Now, this guy has one of the... That was him telling me to shut up. Hang on, I got a lot of stuff going on here. The guy just put 100% down there by himself. He didn't go with me. He went by himself on both dives, and he brought back 2 nice... Look at these halibut. These are his first time out, and the season is over. It's not like you go down. I got skunked 2 days in a row. I only did 1 dive each day, but I didn't even see one. Okay? Look what this guy went and got. And Tom was on the boat. The nicest custom spear. He was so proud of this spear gun. I'm telling you right now, follow him on his social media. I will find out what it is, and I'll put it. Yeah. If you're here, he's probably on Instagram. God damn it. If you could just put up the spear gun that you have. This guy, I have no affiliation with this spear gun. Me and my friend have been looking at spear guns because Rife has discontinued their spear guns. This spear gun is made with imitation abalone. You ought to see the work in it. And it's negative. You can make it has an AR trigger handle. Compliments the brewery. Hang on. Ginger stick together. Yeah. You guys are champions out there, motherfuckers. That's what you guys are. Cheers to you guys. Different kind of breed of a human. Anyway, this spear gun is, you can add whatever, the guy making it will add whatever weight you want to it. So if you want it down, it's wood. It's beautiful. It's an art piece. Spear guns I've ever seen. And he's going to show it off to the guy that made it for him. I know he tagged me. In Instagram today. I haven't had a chance to even do social media because I've been diving. You don't even know what it takes. You want to own a boat? You get a flat tire. You think you could just take the lug nuts off? Oh, no.
Okay, talk to me.
Okay, here it is. Here's a 15-year-old champion. Screw the old guy that's working out and getting his limits. He's not old. He's in his 30s. Young kids. Here's a 15-year-old kid and his dad. Look at this smile. You can't even wipe the smile off this kid's fucking face.
Dude, you almost died is what you just said.
Okay. Here's what happened. They come back from their second dive. I don't have my cameras running because I'm like, they were both on each other's side. And him and his dad watched my buddy shoot his halibut, or at the end of it, and he goes, he's on the wrong side. They didn't mess around. They just figured things out. And I'm going to let him tell the story, and then I'll translate for you if you can't understand. And not that you need translation. He speaks fine. But I'm just saying, it's his son and him were so excited. They were just talking with each other. I was trying to do an ad-lib thing. So that's why my phone wasn't running when they came up. I didn't even know. I didn't Didn't even dream they were going to get a halibut. I even told his dad after the first dive. I said, listen, next year when your son comes up, I'll go with you and I'll show you guys a halibut and let him shoot it. He said, oh, that's going to be great. That's going to be great. In his mind, he's like, fuck you, Seawolf. I'm taking my son. I'm showing him. He didn't show his son. His son showed him the halibut. I don't want to tell the story. You can tell it. He got his first halibut.
The damn halibut.
He can't even talk. I'll keep it going. I'm going to run it straight after I'm done commentary. I'm going to switch it until the end. You're going to see the adrenaline leave his body, and this is what we all look for even today when we come up. It's hard to even spike mine anymore. A 43-pound halibut, yeah, that spikes me. Alaskan 200-pound, oh, God. Throw up time. That's how excited I get. Everybody knows me, knows I throw up when I get excited.
It was like fighting, and then it slammed my regulator out my mouth. It was reflux. And then my mask got lifted. I was like,
okay. You say, oh, no, that's dangerous. He's 15. What are you teaching him? You're teaching him how to survive. 65 feet down. Messing with animals that can kill you. Halibut are no joke. I don't care what size they are. They will kill you if they get a chance.
That's what it's about, baby. You don't need advanced diving after that.
He does need advanced diving. He needs every kind of diving. Go through the whole program. I don't care. Yeah, I got buddies that have never even, the Bug Brothers, half of them taking their gear off, climbing into caves. Those are the guys that taught me. I say go get the training. Rescue training is important because especially if you're diving with loved ones. If a panic situation does happen, this could have killed somebody. Their mask getting knocked off. People die all the time because they panic. They freeze up and they lock up and they just expire. Oh, no, I'm dead. Happens all the time. Not to this kid. This kid's wrestling a halibut. Look where he shot it. Jesus. Most people would lose that halibut and then it would die. Not him. Let me keep going.
Nice job. Give me some knuckles. That's your first fucking halibut. They fight, don't they? They fight, Nate.
Okay, here's his dad explaining what happened.
A belly shot? Did you just...
Okay, I didn't do a crotch shot. I just had my phone going and it's 9/16. You probably don't know what that means. But his face wasn't there. I would have his face if it was. I was more excited about the fish in the story. I couldn't even believe there's a halibut on board and his son ended up shooting it. I thought maybe he shot it. And so my buddy TJ and a couple of people, Brian, they think it helps on, or maybe it does, on the reef not get snagged, right? You know, when you're swimming along, that's the orange ball. For me, I put balls on mine because I find them and I bring them home to my dogs. Or, you know, the storms come in. The halibut like to hang out where all the stuff gets dumped. Just letting you know. There's a little tip for you. So if you find a whole bunch of Pebble Beach golf balls, right? What? Oh, yeah. They're all over down there. You'll find 10 of them in one spot, in our spots. You'll find these dog balls, right? Because they throw the dogs for the dogs. You'll find shopping carts. You'll find everything that they say doesn't go in the ocean. And they're worried about us and our overfishing. You might want to worry about the homeless and the heroin needles that are flowing in there and their shit. But nah. We'll focus on the fishermen that are out doing everything right. Please.
Running around. Oh my God. And yeah, nice, and I know that he had like almost 2,000 aware. And then
he had 2,000 PSI before he shot the halibut.
And then he started popping up. I pulled his fin down.
Okay, he started floating up. And he was at 1,000 PSI. He probably bumped his regular or his air 2 or, you know, wrestling around with that. I do it all the time. If you start going up and you're just beginning, he learned how to dump his air damn straight. His dad grabbed him, pulled him straight down. I've done it to my daughter. I've done it to my own daughter before, where you bump something or your tank gets too light. You don't have your weights right. He had his son's weights right. He probably just bumped his inflator and started going up. Grabbed him, pulled him back down, dumped his air, looked at his air, His air was at 1,000. How did it go from there to there? That's an adrenaline dump right there. What about me and Doug? Oh no, what was his? Doug's not going. Is Doug on the Bug Brothers? Oh no. Yeah. Oh God, yes. Give me the flashlight. Sorry, I'm stoned. I took an edible. So what Trent's saying is our buddy Doug was going up. My job was to get lobster, right? So I had to get my 7 lobster. I saw Doug had his belt that came down around his ankles and had his feet out like this, and Trent was working with him. Mosquito, got it. So I go up, and my flashlight died. I grab the flashlight off Doug. Doug looks at me. I say, he doesn't have the panicked eyes. He's a real man. I see he's with Trent. Trent can fucking handle anything. Trent's a better man than me. I see. As I take his flashlight and swim off. It's a story on the boat. That's all. And that's the guy that let me on his beautiful yacht that we get to go diving on a couple times a year, 3 times a year. Stop off at the oil rigs. Blah 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 blah. No, you can't get on. Sorry. Hello, McFly. No, my friend, not yours. He must be a narcissist. He actually met my daughter, both him and Trent. And they lived in the town that she was in college in. So if I ever needed, if she was in trouble and I couldn't get up there for 3-4 hours, I knew just call my buddy Trent. He'd be there in a heartbeat. Emily knew it too. Matter of fact, we had a lobster dinner, and she got to go to the #1 restaurant in Chico that kids can't afford, and it was we had lobster escargot. You ever heard of it? Neither have I. Goddamn delicious. I'm not going to talk anymore about that. But yes, Doug too. Doug went up with the air, just like this kid. Okay? And that is snot right there, guys. Listen, when you come up, you're going to have snot. You got drainage everywhere.
And he shows me that he says 1,000 on air left. Like, what the hell? I didn't know that his record was free falling.
Fuck yeah.
This day almost never happened. This day almost never happened. And this is a goddamn story. And this is the goddamn truth. Smiles almost got erased.
So they say owning a boat is fun. It's fun until you get a blowout and you got to be back diving tomorrow with your bros.
Okay. I'm not a guy that had a dad that taught him about mechanics or anything. But I surround myself with narcissistic friends, some people would call them. And I called up my buddy TJ. I said, hey, how do I get these lug nuts off? They've been on for 3 years. He goes, oh, this is going to be a chore, but you have to go. You can use WD-40, but I need you to go to the store. And I said, does Home Depot have it? He goes, no. You got to go to the auto parts store. I said, okay. And everybody should have this if they have a boat. It's called PB Blaster.
Look at that. Oh, yeah. Just blew it out.
Happy Saturday, everybody.
Thank you, Mr. Narcissist. Called my buddies up and they told me what to do.
Question is,
okay. This isn't a simple process. I've done this before. You break those nuts and you're not able to go diving. It's a 50-50 chance that me and these guys got to experience what you just saw them experience. The dad coming from where he's coming from and the father's son, right? And they're all my friends. I can prove it. Nobody's paying anything. You can't jump on my boat? No, because I don't know you. I know these people. I've been on 15 trips with his dad. I knew this kid when he was born. And I knew what his dad was talking about every year when I see his dad. He's a proud dad, too. God, what a day. That, I'm telling you, that it makes me excited about the youthful generation coming up. You know what? God bless them. They're getting handed a bunch of bullshit because of the way you guys vote. And you want to tell everybody they're special and tell everybody they should go do this. 80% of people that are 15 would never even think about this. Diving with great whites, shooting a halibut and taking it home and telling his friends. I even told his dad, give me the goddamn fins. I'm going to make him some fucking necklaces. He goes, no. I said, he can go to school and, fuck, do you know how much he'll get laid? I know. He's 15. Stop it. He's a boy. He's not a girl, right? Got a daughter. It's different. Like, boys are like, oh my god, what's she look like? Let me see. Good job, young man. Or step your game up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's all over the spectrum. Okay. Yeah. Yes. So Trent, this tire I learned takes about an hour and a half in my own property to get off with the right. I don't even know if I have the right tools. I have when my uncle died, he gave me a compact or an impact air thing, and my buddy came over. We had guest over last night. We had halibut tacos. If you were following me on Facebook, you'd see. Um, and He's just a good old boy that knew how to do this kind of stuff. He goes, put it on, take it up. Yeah, my air compressor's small. So each bolt took about 4 fill-ups of the air compressor, right? So you put it on, squirt some of that PV blaster on, push it forward, coming back, forth, just gently working them. And I was going to make the call by 9 o'clock if I didn't have this done. And this is the last thing I want to do after diving all day. But something told me, let's do this. I was excited about my buddy coming down. He gets up at 3:30 just to get here. But he's motherfucker's still working on the fish right now. Had to put his kids to bed, had to bathe him, had to tell him about his day. Today was a proud daddy day. My God, going home just the whole time smiling, guaranteed. He got to film it. I don't know what he does with his. He's a little Brent, is what he is. That's a narcissist, right, Emily? Because somebody enjoys what I do. He mimics what I do. He's a good dad, Emily, to 3 daughters. He's going to have to be tough. He's going to have to go through tough times. Kids that are that age, especially daughters with their dads, right? They're daddy's girls, and then daddy either becomes a bitch and doesn't correct them, or he becomes a dad instead of a best friend and says, that's not happening in my world. My daughter chose to live with me for her high school years. Begged me to have her move in. It's an adjustment, especially when you're a bachelor since she was 2, right? Every other weekend and Wednesdays. Okay, that's cool. So you mean I get every other weekend to do whatever the fuck I want? Sign me up for that plan. I would have loved to raise them. Couldn't. So, hang on. Yes, Brian's another guy that has to get up at 3 a.m. to get over here from Fresno because he knows if he doesn't get to these sites before me, I'm just going to go annihilate him. And he knows I don't get up until 10, or I get up at 5, but I don't get. Listen, I let everybody out there get out there. They'll tell me, oh, we already worked that area, or they'll tell me where they found them. You tell me the sweet spot, or I'll tell you the sweet spot, and you don't lie about it. God damn, everybody's going to get limit out. And what I mean by the sweet spot is where they're at. They're social animals. Figure out where they're at. Those were 2 males. There was a huge female somewhere in that area. Don't you think this week I'm going to be out there? I got a big work day tomorrow. I got a huge work day tomorrow. But after that, Tuesday, I got a huge work day. But Wednesday, maybe. I got to get this big female. And then I'll have my 100 pounds. But don't worry, I'm going. My friends invited me up to just up north where the big lings are. I'm going where the big lings are. 50, 60-pound lings. You ever shoot a ling? You ever see that alligator roll where they come towards you and then try to bite you? A 12-pound one's a big one here, right? You're talking 50, 60 pounds. That's where I'm going. And I don't know if I'm going to get it, but I'm going to have a good time with friends. That's it. Another good weekend, another stories to tell, another way I can communicate with you guys on how to live life because you guys are living life or you're not. I don't know. I know my life's full and entertaining, and I went through some shit this year already. And a mother-in-law dying in my house. It's fucking hard. But you know what uplifts me? It's today. Today was a win for everybody, all dads out there. And I can't talk for moms, I'm sorry. But for all dads out there, today was a win.
Are we gonna dive tomorrow?
And it almost didn't happen. But here's how mental I am. I'm out there at 9 o'clock. Neighbors are like, well, I live in the country, so I don't know if they heard. But this is what you heard all night long. I'm not giving up.
I say yes. Look at that. Joey to the rescue, man. Put it up on a block. Didn't even have to use the jack. Old school.
And just like that, a miracle day is going to happen. And believe it or not, I haven't even got to Saturday's dive. This is Pulp Fiction. We're working our way backwards. This was Saturday. I had so many buddies that wanted to dive. I called my other buddy up. I said, hey, buddy, you going out tomorrow? He goes, my dad's in town. He wants to drive the boat. Yeah, we'll go out. I'm like, hey, you want to go over here? He goes, I got a newer diver. Maybe they shouldn't go. Hey, this kid was brand new. And he outdid everybody. This kid's going to be a champion in life. That's all I got to say. Got to dive with 7 of my buddies. Smiles for days. Tomorrow. Those are my buddies yesterday. That's my buddy Brian. Is that a smile? That's a smile inside. He just he's working back to the boat. Tomorrow we'll talk about wide floor. There's the smiles. There's a smile. That boy right there, Joe, I haven't seen him in 5 years. He's got the biggest ling cod on my boat in Carmel 5 years ago. Then he got into a relationship. He's now married. He goes diving with his wife in warm water. There's nothing wrong with that. But he also has another hobby. This motherfucker jumps out of planes. And now he teaches people and takes people on tandem dives. I've seen him do the wingsuits and shit. The guy's insane. I told him about the guy that hit the bridge. He goes, yeah, I've seen that video. Lloyd has a finger there. And by the way, that's my boy Jeff Long. He learned how to do this with me, and he has a group, a Facebook group, Monterey Bay Area Spearfishing. Go check it out. You want to get involved with this? You're not going to get to know me. Sorry, I'm not untouchable. It's just I put people on my boat that I know are going to survive. I didn't know about my boy's son, but I knew he was his dad, and he's a champion, and his son's even more of a champion. I got bit by a halibut, just all in out. Okay, there's my boy Floyd. He's wearing my chains, sure. I was sexting the halibut because all the halibut we got were males. They're skinny. They're just narrow. I could look at one and tell you. The nerds have to squirt their semen and all that. You saw the jizz coming on the other one. I tried to put it on my head and it didn't work. I got all over my buddy Alan's hand. Anyway, Floyd, for some reason, stuck his finger in the halibut's mouth. I've had 2 broken fingers from 2 different halibut biting me. They will break your fingers. They are a marine animal that have never flossed or brushed their teeth, so there's a lot of bacteria in those teeth. He got bit, and 2 great days of diving. Some beautiful souls. And there it is. That's my buddy's 15-year-old kid right there. That's my buddy's 15-year-old kid today in the parking lot. And he's not afraid I'm going to abuse him, Emily. He's not afraid of this narcissist. And that smile. This kid grew up on my videos, right? His dad's been in my life for 10 years plus. And I've watched his dad grow as a lobster diver, as a diver. And he would call me up and say, can I go do this with you? Well, why not? Fine. You're all on your own. Like, his dad went for 2 years trying to get halibut. And then he finally got it. He finally saw it. Once you find that, I don't know how to describe it to you. I wish I could. But it's a shape that you look for in the sand, and it's mind-boggling. You got to be an intense individual. And once you find it, that's not the art. The art is retaining these things. Now, I don't know how freedivers even do this. This is insane. Buddy's 15-year-old son's mask got kicked off, right? And his regulator got knocked out. I've had my regulator knocked out and my mouthpiece still in. I have a video of it, and you can hear me gasping for air. and just drinking in the fucking juice. How many people have I helped? The ones that stand out that I know are 10. Um, I know my videos have affected a lot of people. Steven's a new one that it affected. Guy up, he was a free diver. He watched my videos. He commented after I was ragging on Emily because he didn't know the story, right? What dad would ever call his daughter a cunt? This dad. I don't put up with nonsense with my kids. I don't care if their grandpa's paying them or he's not paying them not to talk to me. I think that's the worst thing in the world. Because after you're dead and I'm dead and your mom's dead and your kids go through life and they look back and say, holy shit, my dad fought for us. My dad stood behind us. My dad protected us. You'll see, kids. I did it with my own dad. We were repeating it, but my dad wasn't as crazy as me to go on social media and put my life out there. I got nothing to fucking lose. I love this. I've done this for 30 years. This is natural to me. 16-hour day now has made me alive again. Go dive. Make sure everybody's bringing ice now. Got an ice machine. I'm not selling anything, anybody. Calm down. It's a bromance with every goddamn day of the week or the weekend. Plus doing my normal jobs. This is fun. And it's actually working. It's being shared out. So that's all I'm asking from you guys. Just share it out. This is a fun fucking life for me. This is how I'm going to live until I die. And I don't even know where life goes. Nobody knows where fucking life goes. But I know today was a goddamn win for me. Because I got to see a dad do this with his son. I got to see a dad. I didn't, listen, I'm loud. I'm vivacious. I think everything's about me. Sure. But I'm also not. My buddy Dan that was on the boat, we were more nervous than the dad with the kid going in. And he's a fucking instructor. This was amazing today. And it was amazing because I can relate on a different level. I did this with my daughter, not my son. My son had ear problems like me. I just am too stupid to let the ears. I don't even care if I go deaf, right? I don't care. Get me in that water. Let me perform. And I'll be a champion. Sorry, Wes. Yeah, you couldn't do it. He tried twice. He wanted this so bad. He's a great fisherman on a boat, I believe. I don't know where he's at in life anymore. Love that kid, but yeah, I heard through the grapevine that his grandpa paid him by buying him a house to not talk to me. Now, I don't know if that's true, but I have a letter from my daughter in her own handwriting that he did that and paid for her college as long as she wouldn't talk to me. So I ask you, what kind of human being would do that? And what kind of human being would have a daughter who I used to be married to, who I left? Let's get it straight. I left you. And all I wanted to do is have a relationship with my kids. And you put every roadblock up that you could, including fucking their brains up and now fucking them up later on in life. For what? What do you get out of this? I'm talking to you, Corey. What do you get out of this? It's hard chip to swallow because I'm only getting more famous. This today is going to catapult me when I chop these videos up into whatever the fuck I want to chop them up to. Men's health, father-son, bromances. The fuck are you going to do? You don't even have a voice. You're going to tell people how bad I was, that I cheated on you? I was over you. Doesn't match up with your story now that I wanted you back. Jesus Christ. Whew. This is going to be a tough one to fucking... I'm doing it. It's my life. So, back off. You don't deserve any of this. Back to me, good for the narcissist. I got to do this with a father's son. I've already experienced this with my daughter before she was poisoned, that I was a narcissist. Okay. All my friends have seen that relationship that was like this father son. This dad's not like me. He's not out as front like me, but he's a good dad because he took his son out there and he let his son do this today. And this is not a non-advanced dive. You add a fucking fish like this, a fish that can get shot in the face and survive, and 2 months later get shot again and not survive. If I was that fish, I would have taken off to deep water and said, "This is bullshit. I'm out of here." Not that fish. I don't know who shot it. Could have been one of my guys, maybe. Or it could have been somebody trying to do this because they think it looks easy and they shoot it and they didn't fucking listen to shoot it from the front because it'll go on your spear and go up. Right? And then after that, your ray gets knocked out. You better be a man or a woman that is able to take that ray and put it back in your mouth and not panic and say, "Oh my God, I'm dead. Ah." I don't let those people on my boat. So you say, why? I don't know who you are. I don't know if you're the person that a ray gets knocked in your mouth and you say, "Oh no, I'm dead." But I know this kid, this boy, this man, sorry, man, out of control. And with that smile right there, that's a bond ship that I'm in. And listen, this kid's young. He's 15. This man's young. He's 15. He's got living to do. He's got trials and tribulations. But if he could stay focused and he could be a man, all you can do is be a better father than your father was. And I was that to my kids. And that's all we hope for. But you people that have your kids living at home for the rest of their lives, what are you teaching them when you die? That's my question. What are you teaching them? When you buy kids homes, allegedly, to not talk to another parent, what are you teaching those kids? When you teach those kids when their grandma dies, not even to call her or text her, what are you teaching those kids? That brings you down, but then a day like this brings me right back to fucking life. And this, I always say, and my buddy Trent has heard this, and all my buddies have heard this. That might be my favorite dive ever. That's my top 10 dive. This is my top 10 dive, and I wasn't even a part of it. I was looking for halibut myself, one dive, and didn't even see one. This kid, 15-year-old, outdid the wolf. And he has my chains on in that picture. These are my uncle's chains. Yeah, I put the flare on here for him, I even asked this guy, I'm like, "Hey, can I have those fins and I'll make earrings for your mom or your sister or something?" He's like, "No." I said, "What about a keychain?" I think they're beautiful, but hey, his dad's the one that told me about the spine. You're going to make broth with the head, a fish head soup, throw the spine in there. That is nutrition like you've never seen before. And the flavor, I know it sounds like I've gone crazy and tribal, but 100% sustainability, kids. Anyway, that is my show. And white sharks reported up to 300%. I know. I know. I know, Brian. You only tell me. Oh my God! Now I got to go get chains. Jesus, I got a lot going on. You're right. Jesus, I didn't even think of that. Oh no! Oh no! I got 3 weeks, I think. Next weekend, I'm going to be doing something incredible with my friends up north. So stay tuned for that. This week, I'm just going to be talking about this over and over again, perfecting it. And then I'll do it on TikTok and YouTube and all social media. But today was a win, guys. Today was a day that I don't even know why I was trying so hard to make happen yesterday. I was already burnt out. But you got to understand, I do this all the time. And I know it's exciting for people, and it's exciting for me, and it's healthy for me because it keeps me doing stuff. But when there's a little blurb in it, right? Like all of a sudden now I'm going to have 5 hours of taking off a tire, trying to figure it out. Luckily, I had a spare. Now I know I have to do the other 3 because God knows if this happened on the freeway, well, I'd be fucked, right? Now, TJ would say call a tow truck. All right. I mean, I guess that's. Love you too, Trent. I'm looking forward to, well, I love our relationship, our friendship, whatever, relationship, friendship. Anytime I'm with this guy, he's just solid. Went to Alaska with me, right? And he's the only guy that I know that have shot a halibut from the white side that's 75 pounds with my spear gun. That might have been his spear gun. I think it was mine. Red, white, and blue. Yeah. Before it got broken. Now you say, how does he shoot it from the white side? Well, I was pulling it up on the goddamn fishing pole. This guy was swimming over. He had his scuba tanks on. He goes, "Oh, he needs help. I'm helping out my bro." Shot it with a float line and a buoy. No matter what, even if that fish broke my hook, I had the fish I caught before bent my fucking hook. Don't know how big it was. Don't know what it was. Oh, I know it was a halibut, sure. Just though my friendship with those people, and this is all from diving, all from like-minded people, and you can't put a price tag on any of that. Number one, but don't worry, I don't put a price tag on anything because the wardens can't understand how I do this for free. This isn't free. This is my sanity. And this is what keeps me sane. Because everybody knows when I'm not diving, they'll tell me to go get in the ocean if I haven't been in the ocean in a couple days. Trust me, I'm a maniac. But if I can take all my energy and put it into lobster or becoming famous, which is fucking bizarre, but it's a nice way to end my life where you share me out and I get to do this every day and not have to worry about other things. And I'm not begging for money. I'm not asking for any of that. I got a blessed life. I'm doing this no matter what. But you share me out, and guess where I'm living for 3 months a year? Alaska, Ketchikan. I'm going to set up my own little boat room with a winch on it. I'm going to go get a 200-pounder once a month and then process it all month long. Skin, leather. Give all the meat away to people that need it. I don't give it to other divers. I don't give it to fishermen. And I think that makes you weak. And sorry if I'm saying something that hurts your feelings. If I'm hurting your feelings, screw you. Me and you can't be friends. Because this guy's dad, this 15-year-old man's dad, came on my boat and watched me and my boys catch halibut one after another for 2 years or a year. I don't even know what it was. It's his story. And he kept coming back. And then he started being dominant. Kids. Trent, there's hope for the youth because of this kid right here. I'm telling you. Man, I can't even explain the day I had. And I thought it was going to be a Groundhog Day. I knew I had special guys coming. And I don't want to just focus on him. I got to get back to my other boy. A hardworking dad has been through a divorce or a breakup. I don't talk to him about it. It's the last thing I need him to be focused on. I don't even know what happens. I know he has another beautiful daughter, and he has to deal with a person that is angry about his new life. In my brain, maybe that's not even it, but in my brain, and especially if you put it out there on social media. My mistake, if I can look back, was showing all the good times over the years on Facebook anytime I got to see my kids. You would see a smile on me and their faces like nobody's business. We'd have real tears when they would go on the train back home. And I got to see that today with this father-son, and it flashed me back to me and my daughter. Um, and in a good way, in a healthy way, where you just a healthy way, and you just can't believe that you put all that great work into it, as crazy as it was. And I already know the outcome. The outcome is I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win when I'm dead. Right? Because I got so much to tell my dad. And my dad made me a warrior when he took on my mom and sister. He trained me to protect them. He turned on him. He couldn't understand that I would fucking go to battle for him. Now would be best friends. So Emily, Weston, there's still time. Cheers. Yep, that's absolutely right, Trent. And this kid is being raised right. I'm just hot. It's hot. Just using my ice from the beer. Ooh. Anyway, yeah, you train them. You train them right, and maybe they'll come around. Maybe they won't. I don't have any control over it. Here's what I don't do, and I learned in therapy. Yeah, I went to a therapist to get my kids back in my life. I got blasted for going to a certain therapist. Can you believe that? Finally went to therapy and I got blasted in court because I went to a wrong therapist that the ex-wife didn't approve of. Couldn't win. You couldn't win with that woman. But I learned this. I learned if you try to figure out crazy, you're going to go crazy. So I don't figure out crazy. So Emily, Weston, I don't try to figure out your craziness. Now, does that make me a narcissist? No. It means I won't be sucked into that vapid hole of hatred. I won't. I won't allow you to take me down that rabbit hole. Because that's where a narcissist lives, down that hole. And for you to be trained to hate a parent, and if it's true, take money for property, to not talk to your dad, makes you guys the narcissist, not me. And if that sounds crazy then me and you shouldn't be friends and you shouldn't follow me. Because I'm a guy that will say it how it is. I'm a guy that has it backed up. And I'm a guy that experienced this today and knew what this dad's facial expressions were, and his son and his eyes just, let me find this picture real quick. Because this will say it all. Oh, compliments the movie. Hang on. Let me just find, look at Zach. What a fucking, okay, there's a face. There's a father and a son. It's not the face I was looking for, but hang on. Here he comes. Here he comes. Here comes his dad. Proud moment. Right there. Right there. Go back. Right? Hang on. Okay. Right there. That right there. That right there is a moment in time that no matter what happens to him, no matter when his dad dies, his dad will die someday, right? His son will have that memory for his kids. His son will be able to be a dad like him. And that's how precious how it goes. Same with Zach. Hang on. I don't want to leave this motherfucker out. Hang on. Let me find him at the end of there, right there. Right. Right. There's his gun. Right there. 3 daughters under 9 years old, one by another woman. You tell me that guy doesn't live a fucking stressful life. Drives 2.5 hours to work every day and back. Asked him about lobster season. He goes, "Oh man, you've been asking me about that. I can't. I got obligations." I get it. You got soccer games, you got coaching, you got this, you got that. But I told him this, and I tell all my buddy Kyle, I tell the same thing. I tell everybody, the young guys. I know it's hard. I know it's you guys think it's selfish that you want to come do this. He got the whole season, he's watched me take down halibut, touch him in the head, grab him by the tails, tap him on the top, tell them to go fuck themselves, you know. So god damn. Today he got a sea wolf pass is what I call it. I just made that up. And the sea wolf pass has come down, hang out. Some people stay at my house. Trent stayed at my house last time. Have a great time. Or maybe it wasn't great for him. I think it was. And then the next day I said, "Hey, I got another group of guys coming. And this isn't a business. That's fucking A. You know what? Every year I've done that for Trent. And Trent has, let's just say, friends that I didn't know if I was allowed to put that up and tag him in it, right? You don't know, right? Some people might. A lot of my buddies say, "Hey, can you not put me on social media?" I'm like, "Why?" I said, "We're having fun." Well, I'm sick today. What do you mean you're sick? I don't want COVID. No, I'm not sick. I'm doing a sick day, dummy. You put it all over your social media. My bosses all watch you. They know exactly where I am at. Da, 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 da. I'm like, oh, okay, fine. These guys, this guy got up at 3:30. He's going to be at work tomorrow, starting at 3:30. His commute. And he got 2. That's today. The last 2 days. The guy that gets them all, the guy that taps them on the head, guy that only needs another 100 pounds for 1,000 pounds of halibut this season. Didn't even see him. 15-year-old man shot one. This guy shot 2. Nice ones too. Here, play the video. Look at these things. And he's going to show it off to the guy that made it for him.
Okay, talk to me. Dude, you almost died is what you just said.
That's when I grabbed my camera. I can't believe there's a goddamn halibut on my boat. I didn't see him come up with it. I didn't see the white flash. So I'm like, oh, here they are. At least they had fun. Ha, 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 ha.
He got his first halibut.
The damn halibut. It was like fighting, and then it slammed my regulator out my mouth. It was free flowing.
He's not even looking at me. He's talking to his dad. He's looking right at his dad. He just experienced this moment with his dad. If you tell me this isn't hashtag great parenting, go fuck yourself. Yeah, get out of my world. This is a dad that had a moment with his kid.
And then my mask got lifted. I was like, ooh.
That's what it's about.
I've had that. I've had it. If you haven't experienced, go fuck yourself. You guys, listen. He might even turn into a freediver. I don't know. Give him a chance, guys. Don't fucking blast him for his stupid tank on his back. Because he got to go experience this with his pops. Sure, it's fun doing it, freediving. It's more of a challenge, blah, blah, blah. This kid's hung in there. Mask got kicked off. Rig got kicked out. Found the fish himself. The whole story, I got it. His dad was like 20 minutes into the dive. He said, "We're not going to find a halibut." My buddy Zach already got a halibut. They watched him get it. And they're like, "We're not going to get one." The beast guy's down there. All of a sudden, his son's just shaking his flashlight. Dad. His son's studying right where I told him to study. Dad's up on the rock just trying to get some fish to take home to mom. Right? Dad hands him the gun. Cocked and ready. He said he got up so close, it was this close. That's what I told him. told his son to go out in the sand and come back towards it because it was facing out. If you guys know what I'm talking about, they know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, I'm not telling you. Shoot them from face first. They're not going to go anywhere if they don't get spooked. Now there's telltale signs. As soon as they start moving their eyes or they ruffle their wings on the side, or as soon as that pectoral fin moves, they're done. Shoot them or take your chances. Please don't wound them, because then we're gonna have to shoot them two months later and take your halibut. So who's ever halibut that is, ha 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 ha. You lost, my friend won. Okay, doesn't matter. Look at this kid. This is adrenaline dumping out of his body. This is why I love this hobby.
Oh, baby! You don't need advanced diving after that.
He needs advanced diving. Calm down. We had an instructor on board.
Nice job. Give me some knuckles. That's your first fucking halibut. They fight, don't they? They fight, Nate.
Yeah, he's seen my videos.
He did a belly shot.
A belly shot? Did you just...
It started running
Is that an orca torch? It sure is.
around. Oh
my God.
And yeah,
Nice.
and I know that he had like almost 2,000 aware, and then he started popping up. I pulled his fin down, and he shows me that he says 1,000 on air left. Like, what the hell? I didn't thought that his record was free flowing.
Fuck yeah.
This day almost never happened. Those smiles almost got erased.
So they say owning a boat is fun.
Okay, you guys don't need to see that anymore. But that was my day. My weekend will be sad. Tomorrow's show will be Saturdays. Let me get this off. Hang on. Tomorrow's show will be Saturday's dive with my bros. I had 7 of them on my boat. It was a shit show. We dove and it was terrible viz, so we moved to another spot, and they all had fun because they don't get to do this every other day or every day. And one of them drove the same area as my buddy drove down today, and we got to go home and just have memories. And they were posting everything on Facebook in his group, Monterey Bay Area spearfishing, and it's just a blessed life. I've run into blessed people that want to live. They want to feel life, and there's nothing wrong with that. I know it's a lost art, and I know I'm telling you to watch my stuff, but go out there and do it yourself. Honestly, this is where what it's about. This is it. This is living. This is parenting. This is teaching your kids how to be survivors and at the same time winning in life. His dad just created a champion, and there's no stopping this kid at this point. I remember the last couple of months, his dad, I'd say, "Hey, your son got certified. Just want to come play." You know, he gets to hang out with Seawolf. You know, narcissism, Emily, sure. He goes, he's 15. And I said, yeah, 15 to 20. Me and my daughter were tight from 15 to 20, but most parents lose their kids in that area, right? Because they got to be tough. They got to say no. You can't go out and hang out and do drugs with your friends. You have to be back at a certain time. You have to respect my fucking rules. I'm paying your bills. Smarten up. And if the kids go off track, take their phone away. I don't care how much hassle it is for you. Take their internet away. Take their lives away. Is that narcissism? No. It's being a strong parent. Love you all. This was my day. Tomorrow is going to be a spectacular show with my bros. Another bromance day on Saturday. Pulp Fiction style. We're working our way back. Why? Because I didn't have time yesterday. Yesterday I was going to edit, and I walked out after I was flushing the engine on my boat, and there's a flat tire. Like, holy shit, how am I going to get that thing off? Well, luckily I have good friends. My buddy's like, hey, got to go get... we already went down this route. So, Thank you all for watching. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your shares. Thank you for your thumbs up, whatever you can do. And if you just want to watch, just watch, because this is going to be glorious. I ain't giving up. Next weekend, I'm not going to be live because I'm going to be producing. I'm going to be living. I'm going to be feeling the ocean. I might get a 50-pound lingcod. Maybe not. I might get a Pacific halibut. Maybe not. Where am I going to be? Nobody knows. I know where. And my friends know where. And they invited me, and Seawolf is coming. Peace out, everybody.